Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and this is yet another installment of the Married Man Side Heffa Saga. Let's go ahead and get into this foolishness. All right, y'all. So, I'm just turning everything off because I'm not doing a recap review right now. So I'm minding my business. Like y'all know, my week starts on Fridays and ends on Tuesdays. Well, something was popping off almost every day. So I got back to work Friday. And everything seemed to be going well, whatever. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, minding my business. So the woman who is the cousin of the OG married dude, who was trained by the side heifer in a terrible way, apparently, because she don't do no work and everybody complain. Um, all of a sudden, she was doing all the stuff she was supposed to do. And I'm like, you've been here for months. You've been here for 3 to 6 months. How is it that you haven't been doing your work before? But then you get in your feelings when word get back to you that you're trash. Oh, okay. So anyway, she randomly was setting it off. I'm like, oh, this is what finally put a fire up under her. Cool, whatever, do what you do. And it's hilarious because pretty much they had it set up where she was being trained by the side helper again. And I was like, that was the first mistake, but go off though. And I was just like, don't nobody need you to do this, because the way they had it set up, they had the side heifer and the main person that she's always partnered up with every week. But then they had her as the extra person. But you don't get the full feel of what you are doing unless you are just one of the two people that are in that department, because sometimes it's rough and the things that you have to do, it might take a minute for you to get to it. So she thought she was doing something, but in reality she wasn't, because it's like, girl, you're not really doing nothing. You're an extra. You're an extra, so you can create time. You have time on your hands to do the stuff that you're supposed to do anyway. It's different when everything is full steam ahead. Everything is blowing up and on fire all around you. Like, y'all, it's just a lot that be happening at times at my job. So anyway, I was like, child, anyway, y'all, Saturday get here, she didn't show up. Sunday get here, she didn't show up. She only works those 3 days out of the week. I don't know if she's going to be back. If she doesn't come back Friday, I'm going to naturally assume that she has quit. And I'm just like, child, I can't. But all this time, you was talking about becoming full-time and in a couple of different capacities. And when people found that out, they was like, but she ain't doing nothing in the part-time capacity. Like, girl, no. So I was like, child, ain't nobody got time for it. So anyway, I'm minding my business, right, y'all? Minding my business. And the OG married dude, he, would walk by, he kept staring at me and looking and all this other stuff. And I was like, okay. And I was like, this is behavior that was happening when he was dealing with the side heifer. And I always kept in the back of my mind, I said, that relationship that she's supposedly in with this other person that worked there, I don't trust it. I don't think it's gonna last that long. I feel like she gonna get back with the OG married dude, right? Tell me why. Her partner was at work, and I overheard her talking to my partner when I was gonna go to break. I told my partner I'm going to break. He said, okay. So I heard her say the married dude's name, and I wasn't trying to hear her. She was just talking loud. And I was just like, what in the world? Like, she was talking, that's how loud she was talking. I already told y'all before, where I work is really loud. Like, she was talking really loud. So I was like, she don't fool with him no more. So why is it that she bringing his name up? That's suspicious. That's suspicious. That's suspicious. Those who don't know, let me stop. But anyway, I cannot stand him, y'all. He is so trash, and people have really bought into his rhetoric because he don't do nothing but take people's money. But I digress. Anyway, where's the children's money for the schools? I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse me for the outburst, but I need to know that. Anyway, so it's just a mess all the way around. So that conversation happened. Then we got off work. I'm walking so I can go and get my stuff, leave, clock out, all this other stuff. I see the partner and the married dude, the OG married dude, talking. next to like where they have the setup for the sinks for us to, make sure that we are doing everything we need to do to help lessen the spread of what. And I was just like, and again, minding my business. Sheila just said her name and was saying something to the effect of, she said something and you need to talk to her. And I was like, what? Why are you coming to him with this information if he don't deal with her no more? I'm confused. Well, I didn't wait around nothing, y'all. I went and got all my stuff, got all my belongings, clocked out, was leaving out. Took my time. I was in my phone talking to some of my friends, all of that. And so then I look, because, you got to look both ways, make sure ain't nobody come in, whatever. Some people that don't do what we do and they just office folks, they come in when they feel like it, they come in or whatever. And so I'm looking to make sure the people who leaving out and the people coming in don't hit me, whatever. Just so happen to look up. Her vehicle is still in the parking lot. And I'm like, why? And he actually was walking like somewhat in front of me. And I was like, please tell me this man ain't finna walk up to her truck. Don't tell me this, because I'm laughing to myself, and I'm trying to remember if I still have my mask on or not, but I'm laughing to myself. I'm like, I really feel like he's finna walk up to her truck and talk to her. Why? Why do I feel this in my spirit? I'm normally right about stuff like this. Please tell me I'm wrong. Lies. So, there's this dude, y'all. I just want to explain to y'all what he looked like. So he's a dark-skinned black man. He thick. He fine. And he a little bit older, but he has gray eyes. That has been it's been trippy, because when I first saw him, I glanced at him and I'm like, he got contacts in? Why are people wearing contacts? But they are his eyes. His eyes are gray. And I just be like, whoa. And I'm not like, oh my God, I'm just so infatuated with people who have different color eyes. I'm not at all like that. It just threw me off. I've never seen a dark-skinned black person with gray eyes before. So that threw me all the way off. But those really are his eyes. So anyway, this dude, he be living for me. Why, I don't know. And so a lot of times we end up parking next to each other, right? And we've had times, like at one point in time, he was setting it off. Like I would come out, like I already told y'all before, you know what the schedule is before you leave out. Everybody can see what everybody doing. If I got to stay over, everybody else can look at it and be like, oh, she's staying over or whatever. They know already. They can already see. So he could easily look at the schedule every day and know that I get off at the same time he getting off. He ain't got to stay over. He ain't got to pull a 12 a day in the capacity in which he works. We both work in the same department, except he work on the lower level. I work on the highest level. As far as he work on the first floor, I work on the second floor. But he makes more money than me because of what he does, which is a lot. And people have asked me if I wanted to get into that position. And I said, I thought about it, but it's a lot and I don't have time. And it's too much. That's not my ministry anyway, being there. This is a stepping stone job. They don't know that, but it is what it is. So anyway, this man has literally sat in his truck next to my car and waited for me to come out. And then he would watch me walk across the parking lot. Then finally, like a lot of times he would wait until I pull off and then pull off right behind me. And I'm like, and I didn't recognize it. I was like, am I crazy? Then when I finally started recognizing, I'm like, this man to set it off. Like when I first started working there, he wouldn't speak to me for nothing. Now all of a sudden you talking, all of a sudden, hey, know my name and everything. I ain't even hardly know his name. Cause in my mind, I'm like, oh, if you ain't got nothing to say to me, I'm not even finna make the time to try to speak to you. Like, no, this man know my name. He makes a point to say my name. Hey, how you doing? Done went all anytime. It just was to the point where he was somewhere acting like the married dude. You already saw me at the pre-shift meeting and spoke. You already saw me at another time. Like, we just so happened to cross paths when I was going to break it. You was going to break at the same time as me. And you talking to me. Hey, again, I'm looking at him like, what's going on here? What is going on here? And I don't know if he's married or not. I don't think he is. But whatever, I don't care because I ain't looking for nothing. And I definitely don't want no work, nothing. Because they talk too much up in there. And most people don't know how to shut up. And I ain't got time. So anyway. Shoot. Okay, y'all. So anyway, the reason why I brought that up was this was one of those days where we were parked next to each other. Lately, we've been parking next to each other again because it just depends on what's going on. New people been coming in. It's like, shoot, y'all know what we got going on right here. We park next to each other. I don't know. It's kind of like unspoken. Like, if I get there before him, he'll park next to me if he can. Like, I don't know. And I be trying to get there as late as possible because I don't want to be there. So I'm like, y'all better be glad I get here on time and just be glad I show up. I'm tired in my spirit. So this particular day I was parked next to him, but the problem was the person who parked on the other side of me was parked ignorant. I don't understand what's so hard about parking in your lines properly. So I just was like, let me hurry up, get in my car and move. So I was like, but I'm gonna make sure that I really am seeing what I thought I saw. So I looked before I passed her truck. So I got out of his way. He saw me, he could tell what it was hitting for because I normally sit there for a minute. I be doing a lot. I be doing a lot sometimes. Sometimes I get a clock. I be sat there 15, 20 more minutes. But I was like, let me move. So I made sure he have enough room to get in his truck. Because like I told y'all, he thick. He a little thick in things or whatever. So, let me make sure he has room. So I got on out the parking spot and left. Cool. I said, he right at her window talking. He talking to this heifer. They back dealing with each other. Oh no. What is going on here? Because I don't think that relationship worked out with that other person. I don't know. I don't know if he could take the foolishness that was going along, the foolishness that comes along with dealing with her, because it's always drama. Like, I just be like, why would anybody want any association with this raggedy heifer? Like, if y'all were to hear her speak, y'all would be like, girl, she legit don't be having nothing to talk about ever. She never speaks of anything that is interesting. And I'll just be like, I would be bored to tears. I'd be bored to sleep every time I would ever talk to her. I'm just so glad that I don't have any association with this heifer. Because she is very boring, y'all. I just be like, why? I know I wouldn't want nothing to do with her. And just because of this situation, she's just boring. So anyway, got my confirmation. So I told my friend that used to work there. I said, girl, I don't know how I knew. But I knew they was back dealing with each other, or they would be back dealing with one another. She was like, you called that. She was like, I don't know how you do that, but you called that. I was like, I was hoping that it wasn't true because I don't have time, because I don't know if she gonna act a fool like she did last time. And I'm just like, leave me alone. I don't want him. I do not want him. He is not my cup of tea at all. He is just not. He ain't no ugly dude, but he seems so off, y'all. Like, I just wish y'all could hear him talk. Cause y'all be like, I'm telling you, it's got to be the sex. So anyway, now let me get up off of him. Let me tell you about the married dude who works with me, okay? Y'all, I'm minding my business. So we came back to work Friday. He and I have the same schedule until I don't know if his schedule is going to change. It probably will when he go to the other shift. We desperate right now, apparently, because it's been months and they still haven't put him or the other person on the new shift. So anyway, we came back to work Friday. When he rolled up on me, because they be trying, first of all, they be trying us. I feel like I'm probably wrong, but this is just how I feel. And we both be mad about it because we work well together. But I just really feel like they just be hating because we work so well together. They do everything in their power not to put us together. And I'm like, we work in the same department, and I understand that myself, the main partner that I have, him, and this other dude, we all can't be in a department together. Only 2 people per shift in the department. And they just have us, if, that's not available, whoever is off, you take that person's spot. If it's not a situation where everybody got to be there because we got so much random stuff to do, whatever. So they have been putting him in this other department, like the most hated department. They put him over there. And I'm like, child, he hated it. They be putting him through. So he'll find his way to me. So if I have been busy, I ain't have a chance to be like, man, what they got you doing over there? Who over there with you? Who all over there? None of that. Because we be going through sometimes when we ain't working together. People be trying us. So I don't know what's going on. I don't have an opportunity to go over there where he at because my area is doing what it need to do. I'm keeping it how it need to be and all of that, and he doing what he doing. So he found, like, he will literally like shorten his breaks and come talk to me and tell me what's going on with him and what he got going on, his family, whatever he wanted to talk to me about. So Friday he came over there to me when he was on one of his breaks. He asked me how was I doing. I said I'm good. Asked me did I enjoy my time off. I said yeah, all of that, whatever. So then he vented a little bit about who they had him paired up with. And we was already looking like, okay, what's finna happen? Because the other dude who is in my department already called out. So usually when he pulled that, we'd be like, oh, he finna try us for the rest of the week. He finna try us for the rest of the week. And I don't understand because I think he's off on Sundays and Mondays or something like that. So in my mind, I'm like, child, this finna be rough because they already projected that he was gonna be the person who was gonna be with me on Tuesday. So I was gonna be with my main partner Friday through Monday because his Fridays are Mondays, my Fridays are Tuesdays. So whoever is left over that's gonna be there is the person that they gonna, put over there with me. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. So anyway, we already was looking like, man, the schedule might be messed up because he already doing what he, like, this is a pattern that we've noticed that this man do. So, and I just be looking at him like, I don't understand because most of his check is child support. So, sir, why? You already been in your feelings because the woman that moved away and took your child with her. So you can't see your child when you want to see your child. Like, your child is in like Tennessee or somewhere right now. And so, like I've already told y'all before, this is a white man with a white woman and a white baby and all this other stuff because I know a lot of people automatically assume, oh, this is a black person going through all this baby mama drama. No, this is a white man, all that. I'm just saying it for clarification. I know that anybody can go through stuff, but I just wanted to make sure I do clarification in this instance. So anyway, so I just be like, I don't understand. When he first got here, he was setting it off. Anytime they had overtime, he was trying to get it because he was trying to provide for his daughter. Cool, whatever. He said, I don't even care that most of my check is gone because I got to pay for my daughter. I got to pay my child support, whatever. I don't care. Like, his check is almost nothing by the time they take out child support, according to him. So anyway, every time he pulls this, I'm just like, how? How are you having the time to just be like, I'm going to be off. You don't have the virus. You're not sick. Like, what is going on? Like, he just be going through breakdown after breakdown, I'm guessing, because his daughter's not around. But you have to find a way to push through that. Like, most people, they like, okay, I got to do what I got to do so that I can start trying to stack money to go see my child on the regular and whatever else. You know what I'm saying? But in his mind, he like, let me just break down. I don't know. But anyway, so we didn't know what was going to happen. But before we get to that, I think it was either Friday or Saturday. I think Friday. The married dude that I work with came up to me and he said to me, I'm trying to pace myself because he really tried it. He said, man, I was thinking about sending you a picture. I was going to send you a picture. I looked at him. I said, you better not ever. And he bust out laughing because he already knew that I knew what he was talking about. He did not have to explain to me what he was talking about. And I was just like, you better not ever. Like, I really said it to the top of my life. I said, you better not ever in your life send me a picture. And he was dying laughing. I was like, I'm so serious. Don't send me nothing. No. You already know what it is. Ask me about work. We can talk about work. We can talk about, whatever. But not that. Don't send me no picture. So anyway, I don't remember that was the same day or day after that. So there are, a handful of people who are very, very interested in me. This one dude has known me since my relationship was over. It was like some months or so, 6 months or so after my relationship was over. So he you can tell this dude really, really liked me or whatever, but he's trying to be a gentleman. He's trying to be really nice and sweet and all this other stuff. So he been trying to link up with me so we can hang out and all this other stuff, right? And he will legit say, okay, well, since your schedule is uncertain, you pick the day and time. And I picked the day and time on purpose because I know it's a day. Once I get my confirmation, I know I'm going to be off on certain days. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it for this day. And I'll tell him what it is. And he'd be like, okay. Then it's like he flaked because he get nervous. And I'm like, And so, like, I straight up told him, like, I don't even know why I said this to him. I was like, it is so strange to me. I don't understand what it is. Lately, it's like the single dudes, they be so scared. I don't understand. But the married dudes, I said to him, I said, if I was to message you and say to you, this dude did not follow through, we didn't link up, we didn't do nothing. Like we were supposed to, like, he likes anime and certain TV shows and stuff. I like, so we were supposed to like watch all these movies and this anime, all this stuff. Like we literally have talked about stuff like this all the time. Like he really is a whole vibe. But for whatever reason, like part of the reason, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, part of the reason is very similar to mine. He actually takes care of his mama. His mama is sick and some stuff happened. And it's like, I literally like rescheduled 4 or 5 times within a month, y'all. And I'm like, you do have other siblings though. Part of me is like, you have other siblings. So what is going on here? Like, it was just to the point where he was like, I'm over there and I'm taking care of my mama. I'm doing this for my mama. And then on top of that, now you taking care of nieces and putting nieces to bed and all this. I was just like, what? Yeah, like, y'all, I was just like, okay, I'm tired. Like, I was like, it's not gonna happen. Like, why you keep telling me to set these times and these days and then it's not gonna happen? Like, no, I understand your situation and you're a very busy man, so I respect that it is what it is. But he is content and he keeps on saying, I'm gonna be available this time, whatever. So anyway, the married dude, I said to him, I don't understand what's going on with the single dudes, because if I had messaged you and said, man, this dude ain't never available. I understand what he got stuff going on, but he ain't never available. And I make it so that it's a time where his mama should be squared away, whatever. Your main priority is your mama, and I understand that. Your mama is within arm's length, so I am very envious of that. I understand that. But there are other people who are right there, like literally right there, and they ain't helping. Like, it's like you the only one that your mama is dependent on at this point. I don't understand what's going on with that. But anyway, I said to him, the single people don't be coming through, and the married people, they willing to risk it all. Why? I said, if it had been you, if I had a message you and was like, man, I was supposed to watch this movie and watch these TV shows, whatever, knowing good and well he would want something else. Now, this was a fake scenario. I said, now, if it had been you, I know you would have been on the way and you would have got there. This man had finished my sentence in some more. I was like, now, this man lives 45 minutes to an hour one way away from me, right? And I said to him, even if you had just got home and drove home, just got out of work, and I wanted to hang out, you would come and see me. He was like, he went out. He was like, yeah. He was like, man, these people in the way. They in the way. And like, he really went off the other day, y'all. This man went all the way off. He was like, see, I was trying to figure out, was it me? Did you not think I was attractive? Like, I didn't understand. And I'm looking at him like, you know why? You know why? Like, I really looked at him and I was like, you know why I don't want to talk to you. You know why I'm not trying to talk to you. You're married. You know I don't want to be with nobody married. I don't want to have no dealings with nobody married. I don't care about you telling me you're going to get divorced. If you ain't presenting me with a divorce decree, I ain't here for it. And even after it's over with, you done already proven to me how you are probably going to be if there was a whole dating, courtship, relationship ever going down. I ain't got time for that. I already slapped my own stuff in the face for something like that before. Because the dude that I've told y'all about before, who is from Huntsville, still live in Huntsville, that I was with, that he and we were best friends. We ended up together. The thing was, I felt like because he and I were best friends years before we ever got together, that he wouldn't do me the way that he did everybody else, which was cheat on them. Boy, was I wrong. So yeah, I'm just like, nah, I done already seen how you get down. You would do me the same way. This is what I'm telling myself. But he really done went all the way off. He was like, I'm over here thinking that you think I don't look good. And y'all, the dude is fine. Like, listen, That's one thing I'm not gonna ever deny. I'm gonna be very honest. He is a very nice looking man. He is fine. All his grown sons are fine. We ain't finna get into the sons at this point. I would talk to the sons. I would talk to every single last. His sons are fine. I'm just being honest. But he look good. Like he still look good though, y'all. He look good. He look good. It is what it is. Like as far as somebody being attracted, he actually is fine, y'all. He is fine. He literally looks like my ex. When the ex I had that was in Bessemer, Alabama at the time, he looked exactly like him. He was ex-military. He used to be in the Navy. No, the Marines. He was in the Marines. And yeah, he literally looks like him. Literally looks like him, except my ex had hazel eyes. And he just has slightly light brown eyes. Literally the only difference. Actually has nice teeth. All like, this dude actually is fine. But no, and he smokes, so I can't do that. He trying to stop. I can't do it though. My friend who used to work there thinks that after this man gets divorced that we gonna end up together. I'm like, girl, why are you saying this? Like she a straight shooter. She be saying stuff how she see it, and I'm just like, girl, why? She was like, cause y'all just have this chemistry. I'm like, what? She was like, y'all be talking about any and everything. I'm like, yeah, but I'm just that type of person. Like, if you seem cool, I can pretty much talk to everybody about anything. That's just how I am. But I don't see him like that. And I really feel, listen, y'all. I really feel, and I told him this, y'all. I really feel like if we was to ever go there sexually after he gets this divorce, that it would be trash. Garbage. I really do. I really feel like it's going to be trash. I really feel like it's going to be a couple of pumps that he going to be done, and then I'm going to be angry. And I be done wasted all of this, and he done got his and they ain't get mine. I ain't got time. When you have experienced sex on a level that you never thought you would experience, you know, me being the person who was very broken, I had been raped twice, I had been molested, all this stuff. So I had been numb and just turned off by sex in its full capacity. Then somebody come along and they just pay 100% attention to you and figure out everything. Never had to tell them anything that slightly turns me on, nothing. And they just was doing these things. It's like, huh? What is going on here? So in my mind, nobody's going to ever be able to top that. I had to cut that situation off for my own personal safety, my own personal reasons. He kept saying, doing certain things that were triggering me. And I was just like, I can't do this. Not for sex, honey. I'm good. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need sex. I don't need it. I don't. So yeah, I really feel like the sex gonna be trash. I really feel like it's gonna be trash. I really feel like it's gonna be a couple of pumps and done. I really feel like he can't do nothing that I like sexually. I don't know what it is. I just feel like he can't do nothing. And he really talked this big game, and I just be like, it's gonna be trash. Yeah, I really be reading him. He be like, no, you just gotta give it a try. No. Anyway, y'all. But yeah. And I already knew, y'all. I'm sorry, get back on track. Like, I already knew that if a situation were to come up and I'd be like, I want you to come through. That man, he straight up told me he would leave a hat. He'll probably have on house shoes, whatever he was in right then and there. He said if he was barefoot, he'll probably run out the house with no shoes on or all that, just for the opportunity. I was like, sir, you done went all the way off. Like, he really went all the way off for real. He went off. I was like, sir, if you don't get somewhere. And I already told y'all last week, this man talking about when we get off work, let's make love until noon. If you don't get somewhere, child, if you don't get somewhere. But anyway, y'all, that's the latest foolishness. I don't think I left anything out. Thank y'all for tuning in to the foolishness. Y'all already know what y'all getting every week. All right, y'all. I'll let y'all know what happened because my week starts tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. I'll talk to you later.